All right, this is the reflection upon my teaching or the preschool classroom. I found that the time restraint on this to be a little bit challenging. As a preschool teacher, I gear my lessons toward the pace of my students. I actually had to record 2 different lessons. The first one ran over and I didn't want to get a 0 on it, so I redid the assignment, and obviously I have a shorter video now. But I also realize that teaching from day to day is quite different, and some days lessons will have to be rushed, or some lessons will have to be maybe even extended to the next day. My classroom is set up very structured. I offer a visual schedule as well as a time schedule. This allows the students to know what is coming next and what my expectations are for the day. I also have, if something is going to occur out of the norm, a little surprise package so they know that, hey, something's different within our schedule. Excuse me. I do a lot of Becky Bailey conscious discipline techniques within my classroom. We have a school family job board. This allows my students to help me teach, which I think is important. They feel that they're part of the lesson as well as they are able to teach. Hold on, Pumpkin, okay? Sorry. They are able to teach, and they realize that their voice is being heard and that their voice does matter within the classroom. I also plan for anticipated behaviors by having students sit in certain areas of the classroom where there are less distractions. I have some students that are easily distracted, so they are closer to me toward the board. I also have a paraprofessional within my classroom, and I have certain students sit next to her just to help with redirection. I also utilize small groups within my classroom. I do have my groups integrated I have some higher level students with some lower level students, as well as my students that have some type of behavior. They're not all in one group. I think it's nice to have them evened out throughout the class. I do offer immediate feedback in my lesson. Often I'll high five kids, pat them on the back, tell them great job. I think that's really important as an instructor, to acknowledge your students and that they're doing a good job, or to keep trying. After viewing my video, I was disappointed, and I didn't see it immediately until after viewing my video, and then I was disappointed in hearing my paraeducator, my paraprofessional, to bark at my students. There was a couple times in there where she was trying to redirect a student, and he per se was not quite listening to her, so she barked at him again and had him sit. After viewing my video the first time, I did have her go back and view it with me, and we sat down and discussed other options and how to handle that. I do firmly believe that all students need to be an active learner. To me, this means not all students have to be sitting on the carpet to hear and see what is going on. Some students may appear to be in their own world. As long as they are within my classroom, I feel that they can and are being exposed to the lesson. Something I would change within that lesson is I was writing students' names on the board to identify the letter E. There was one little boy in my classroom that kept saying his name, his name. Well, he referred to it as his last name eventually, but because I did utilize his first name, I chose not to write his last name on the board due to identity. Something I would change within my lesson is, while writing those students' names on the board, I would have my students go over each individual letter with me, not just the letter E per se. Something that was not witnessed in my video is once calendar time is done, I do read a book, and then our transition back to our small groups would be acting like a character in the book, such as a turtle. We would walk really slow like a turtle, or we would hop back to our desk. There are even times that we sing going back to our desk. I feel that this is a great way to reflect on my teaching. I will definitely utilize recording myself and hopefully learn different ways I can improve. Thank you.